I'm Rick Guasco, editor-in-chief of Positively Aware magazine, and I'm here with my coworker, my colleague Lou, who doesn't know as much about A Day with HIV, our upcoming anti-stigma campaign. So he's going to ask me a few questions in hopes that you might also find out more about our upcoming campaign, which takes place this Monday, September 22nd. So, Lou, tell me a little bit about what questions do you have?
Oh my gosh, so many. I guess the first part is pictures worth 1,000 words. Welcome in the story you toward the Trump.
Well, the idea behind A Day with HIV is to portray 24 hours in the lives of people affected by HIV. So this project is open to everybody, regardless of status. It's an opportunity to share your story, share your support for somebody who is living with HIV, or just simply to point out that the lives of people with HIV are just like everybody else. So that's what the campaign is for.
Is there anything that would, increase the chances of someone's photo being selected? What kind of things do you like to see typically?
All right. Well, what Lou is getting at is that while it's a social media-based campaign, we want people to take their picture all on September 22nd, this coming Monday, photograph a moment of your day with a caption that includes the time, location of your photo, what inspired you to take it, and the hashtag A Day with HIV. Post that on your social media. But a selection of photos will appear in an upcoming issue of Positively Aware. To be considered, the picture has to be a high-res photo, and you upload it at adaywithhiv.com along with your caption, or you can email it to editor@positivelyaware.com, all one word. And so what do we look for in a picture? Well, it's like what you said. A picture tells a story. So what can we take that goes beyond a selfie? Something that reflects you, who you are. That's what we're looking for in the magazine. And we can go on about that, and we'll give you some more ideas in a different video. But basically, that's what we're looking for, because what we do is, in this issue of the magazine, we do an 8-page special section of A Day with HIV photos, and they're arranged all in the order of the time that they were taken. And since this campaign takes place all over the world, it means that you can have a picture taken in Oklahoma City at 9 a.m., right next to a picture taken in Paris at 9:30 a.m., next to a picture taken in Chicago at 10:15 a.m. That's to show you 24 hours in the lives of people affected by HIV. We also do 4 different versions of the cover. And so what gets put on the cover depends on the picture. We want a good, striking image. And that could be something like a thing, like here, joy and triumph.
There was a couple on here. You kind of told me that there were some stories like this one here, and then there was the one with the pizza party.
Oh, okay. Well, here, let's start with that. Alexia photographed this on A Day with HIV a few years ago. That morning in San Juan, there had been a power blackout, and his building had electricity, but the building next door where his friend lived didn't. And so they ran an extension cord from Alexi's building to his friend's building next door. And this is the picture that came of it. And then you were asking about,
the pizza party.
Sometimes people get playful. So for A Day with HIV, this group of guys who work in an HIV services organization in Florida got together and they shot this picture inspired by Leonardo's Last Supper. It's actually one of my favorite covers.
Very cute.
But, sometimes it can just be a simple thing. Fierceness. This picture is probably one of my favorite covers, photographed by Michelle Anderson. And I think this really embodies, for me, empowerment for people living with HIV, which is one of the things we want to convey with this project. So I think I've talked everybody's ear off on that. Did you have any other questions?
No, I was just going through and I noticed that there are folks that have participated multiple years, and you've got to see kind of how their lives have changed over time. You want to talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. A Day with HIV was started in 2010. And so over the years, we've had people who have submitted their photos year after year. And the fascinating thing is that each picture turns into a glimpse of their life at that moment. And a new partner, children growing up, them developing in their careers or developing in showing off personal growth. And so it's very years that people would share that growth of themselves on each of those different days in succeeding years.
And it's very cool.
So I hope that you'll be a part of A Day with HIV. Again, to be a part of this, take your picture on this Monday, September 22nd. You've got 24 hours to photograph a moment of your life. Post it to your social media with the hashtag A Day with HIV and include a caption that has the location of your photo, the time you took it, and what inspired you to take it. Just a quick note, this goes out to the people who think that maybe it's only for people living with HIV.
Yeah.
One of my favorite photos that we published one year was a picture of a college student walking through the campus at TCU. And his caption was that he was dedicating this picture to a friend of his from school who had just shared with him his HIV status. And his friend took this picture to show support. So those are some of the many different messages that you can convey with your picture for A Day with HIV.
It sounds great. Hope everyone sends their photos in. We're excited to see what they look like. Yeah.